So we're going to start in a seated position. So come to a seat, and we're just going to take a few moments here in our seat to drop into our breath. So we're not trying to change it or do anything different with the breath. We're going to bring the shoulders over the hips. We're going to let our shoulders relax down. We're going to let the chin tuck slightly to the chest and pull the ears over the shoulders. And then we're going to think about lifting up just a bit through the top of the head to create a little bit more length in the back of the neck. And here, maybe the eyes close or they gaze down at the ground. And then we allow our breath just to happen, and we notice the breath happening. Maybe take note here of how you're experiencing the breath. Are you feeling the rise and fall of your chest? Are you feeling the air at the tip of your nostrils? And maybe in the space you're at, it's quiet enough, you can hear the breath. Allow the face to be soft and relaxed. The next time you exhale, allow your shoulders to perhaps soften down a bit more. The next time you inhale, lift up through your heart space. Reach up a little taller through the top of your head. Get a little taller, a little longer. I'd like to start off class with a little mantra. I had read a quote, and the quote said that how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. And I thought that's probably a hard one for a lot of folks. It's a hard one for me. So we're going to remind ourselves to love ourselves. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. We're going to set one hand on top of the other. And we're going to feel the chest rising up and down for a few minutes right over our heart space. And as we breathe in, we're either going to think or say out loud, it's up to you, I am. And as we exhale, the word worthy. So I am worthy. And we're going to take 5 breaths. So inhale, I am worthy. And repeat it out loud or to yourself, whatever feels best. Take one more breath here. I am. And exhale, worthy. Next inhale, go ahead and open up your arms to each side. We're going to turn the thumbs back and turn them down. Inhale them back. Exhale them down. Back and down. Start to lift the hands just a little bit. Back and down. Back and down. And now start to lower the hands. Back and down. Back and down. We're going to turn the thumbs up. Stretch your arms back. Lift up through your chest. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to give ourselves a nice hug and squeeze our shoulders. So our fingertips are going to come to our shoulders. And we're going to give ourselves a little squeeze. Note what's arm is on top. Inhale, arms open. And bring the other arm on top. Squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Let your fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, open to the side. Stretch open. Exhale down. Inhale to the other side. Exhale down. Inhale over. Keep reaching. Reach the fingertips all the way over to the left and then stretch the arm out in front of you. Come back up to a seat. Other side. Left arm reaches up and over. Think about stretching that bottom rib cage out too. Turn, look at the right fingertips, and then stretch that left arm out in front of you. Inhale, come back up. Let the shoulders relax. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Elbows to the side. Fingertips come down. Relax through your shoulders, lift through your heart. We're going to go ahead and lay back. We're going to do a little bit of core stuff before we start. Get our core fired up. So if you have a block, grab your block. If not, that's okay. We're going to bend the knees. If you don't have a block, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to put it on your left thigh. And you're going to push into your thigh with your hand. If you have a block, you're going to put that block so that your tricep is pushed against the block and the block is pushed against your thigh. You decide. Your knees are still bent. Take an inhale, reach your right arm over the head. Make sure your low back comes down to the floor. You pull the waistline in. Take the right leg long. Stretch through your right leg, left arm. Exhale, elbow comes up, shoulders lift up. Inhale, go long. Exhale, push into the block, push into your thigh. Exhale, knee in, elbow in, lift the shoulders. Head comes back down. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, go long. Lift and squeeze. Go long. Lift and squeeze. Go long. Bring that knee in. Take that block away. Let your hand go. Bring both knees and give them a little squeeze, a little rocking from side to side. Continue to take your breaths here. Don't hold your breath. And we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So take your block. If you don't have a block, again, you can push your hand against your thigh. That works as well. If you have a block, your tricep comes along the thigh, and you can really kind of engage. You want to keep that side engaged. And then inhale, stretch your left leg, left arm long. Reach and stretch. Try to get your fingertips as far away from your foot as you can. And then exhale, lift the shoulders, elbow to knee. Inhale, go long. Exhale, lift. Inhale, long. Squeeze. Go long. Squeeze. Go long. Squeeze. Go long. Last one. Squeeze. Go long. And we're going to bring that knee in. Take the block away. Bring the knees into the chest. Give them a nice little squeeze. A little side to side. Breath in. And out. Let your feet come down. Widen your feet to the side of your mat. Turn your palms up. We're going to take the knees to each side 2 times. Exhale, knees down to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, knees down to the left. Center to the right. Center to the left. Come back to center. Bring the knees back into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze in. Breath in. And out. Maybe hold on to the back of your thighs here, and we're going to roll like a ball to the front of the mat. However you get to the front of the mat is fine. Come back up nice and tall. Breathe in, sweep up the arms. We're going to exhale and sweep the arms back and lean forward. Inhale, sweep them up. We're going to twist. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand comes back behind. Sit up tall. Twist a little bit more on your next exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Raise up the arms. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Right hand comes back behind. Inhale, lift up a little taller. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, sweep up. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat. Go ahead and bring the knees back behind you. Find your way into a tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. We're going to let the torso move around in a barrel shape. So drop the torso, let it lift, and then come around. So nice softness in the shoulders. Easy movement with the breath. And a nice rolling situation. And then we're going to bring it back around whatever way you were rolling in the barrel. Roll the opposite way. And then come back up nice and tall. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck your chin to your chest. Arch through your back. Bring your hips back toward the back of your mat. Stretch through your arms and your spine. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, come back to center. Keep the arms nice and tall. Turn and look behind you like you have a tail. And as you turn to look with your head, your shoulder's going to come near your hip. Inhale, back to center. Stay as long as you can. Turn and look to the right. Inhale to center. Turn and look to the left. Inhale to center. Turn and look to the right. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to do 3 threading of the needle, moving threading of the needle. So an inhale up with the left arm. Open and open up your chest here. Breathe in, stretch up. And then exhale, bring the wrist or the fingertips between the wrist and the knee. Reach and stretch. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, reach and stretch. Opening up through your upper back as well. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, thread it through. Stretch through those fingertips. Bring the hand down. We're going to do the other side. Right arm lifts up. Breathe in. Exhale, reach the fingertips through. Stretch open that upper back. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hand comes down. From here, we're going to widen out our knees and we're going to come into a puppy's pose. So your bum's going to stay up in the air. You're going to walk your forearms out in front of you. You're going to let your chest drop down to the earth. So it's a little bit deeper of a stretch for the chest and the low back. If this is a little bit too much, you can bring your forearms back underneath you and just take a few breaths here, allowing your heart space to connect to the energy of the earth. And as you breathe in, maybe here's a good space for you to repeat the mantra. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. Next, inhale. Go ahead and let the hips come back up. Bring your knees underneath one another. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to turn this into downward facing dog. So go ahead, lift up the hips. Lift, stretch back through the tailbone. Go ahead and start walking the dog here. Alternate between lifting the heels, bending the knees. Pushing the mat away from you. Lifting through your tailbone. Continuing to feel the flow of the breath moving through you. Go ahead and lift up each leg 2 times. When you lift the leg, maybe rotate the ankle around. Maybe if you want to bend the knee and stretch the leg open, find movement that feels good for you here. But continue to notice the breath. Keep the breath flowing through you. Bring your feet, when you bring your feet back down, bring your feet together to touch. Soften your knees in. Lean your hips over to the right-hand side. Push into that left hand. Stretch through your left side body. Breath in. And out. Inhale, hips come back to center. Exhale, hips drop over to the left. Or heels drop over to the left, hips drop over to the left. Push a little bit more to that right hand. Really stretch that side body. Inhale, Bring the heels back to center. Step the feet back to hip distance. We're going to come into a plank. Push the mat away from you. Reach back through your heels, long through the top of the head. Inhale, right leg's going to lift up. Exhale, knee up and into the chest, arch the back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, go long. Knee up and into the chest, arch the back. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, go long. Knee up and into the chest. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, go long. Exhale, drop the foot. Inhale, plank. Reach back through your tailbone, long through the top of the head. Exhale, lift up the left leg. Three-legged dog. Knee into the chest. Inhale, long. Knee into the chest. 1, 2, 3. Go long. Knee up and into the chest. Arch the back. 1, 2, 3. Go long. Drop the foot. Soften your knees. Look to the hands. Step the feet up. Fold. Halfway lift. Shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, fold down. Widen your feet out to the sides of your mat. Bend your right knee. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Take an inhale, raise up the left arm. Open the heart. Exhale, bend the left knee. Take the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, up your right arm. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Go ahead and let the fingertips find the floor. Soften through your knees, head, neck, and shoulders relax down. Grab the elbows. Let's do a few swings here from side to side. Softening the head. If this is a little bit too much for the low back, you're welcome to bring your hands to your thighs and not sway. As you sway to the left, raise your right heel. As you sway to the right, raise your opposite heel. Waking up the knees and the hips. Let your fingertips find the ground. Bring your feet back to hip distance. Soften your knees. Fingertips to the shins. Lengthen through the spine. Tuck your chin ever so slightly. Think about a long neck in the back of your neck. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhale, keep your hands on your thighs. A halfway lift with the hands on the thighs. Shoulders out of your ears. Tailbone down. Top of head up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Fingers to the floor. Inhale, sweep up, be tall. Breathe in to your heart. Fingertips up. Elbows to your side. Drop the arms. Roll the shoulders back 3 times. And then roll them forward. Inhale, sweep up, tall mountain, palms face. We're going to lift up through our pinky fingers and we're really going to engage, push down through the feet, squeeze your inner thighs, pull your belly button up and in like you're tucking it under your rib cage. Keep reaching up through your pinky fingers. Now pull your shoulder blades down your back. Reach your thumbs slightly back behind you, getting a little back bend. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, stretch up through the pinky fingers, push into the feet, reach back through your thumbs. Exhale, sweep the arms. Inhale, lift and reach through your pinkies, pull the thumbs back ever so slightly. Exhale, sweep and stay in the sweep. Palms face down, keep stretching back through your fingers. We're gonna pulse our hands a few times here, getting those triceps. Breath in and out, pull in through your waistline. Get tall through from your tailbone through the top of your head. Keep pulsing. Just another breath or two. Inhale, sweep back up, reach up, be tall. Push into the feet, pull in through your waistline. We're going to twist to each side. Open twist, twist to the left, left arm back, right arm forward. Soften through your shoulders, push down strong into your feet again. Squeeze through your inner thighs like you're holding a block there. Now pull your belly button in, get a little taller. Tuck your chin slightly to your chest. Lift through the top of your head. Keep pushing into the feet. Keep pulling in through the waist. Inhale, back to center. Reach up through your pinky fingers. Pull back slightly through the thumbs. Exhale, soften the knees. Twist to the other side. Soft through your shoulders. Stretch out through your fingertips. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Now get a little taller from your tailbone through to the top of your head. Tuck the chin ever so slightly. Keep pulling in through the waistline. Keep pushing into the feet. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Inhale, come into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Breathe in and out. Soften the knees. Reach the tailbone back. Stretch out through your spine. Step your feet to the front. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Left foot steps back. Find your lunge. Knee over the ankle. Pull that right hip back here. Left hip forward. Come to your left fingertips. We're going to twist open. Left fingers down. Right arm reaches up. Find your breath. Stretch open through that hip. Lift through the fingers. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, pull the hips back, straighten through your front leg. Bend the knee. Inhale, hips pull back, front leg straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Let your back knee dip down just a hair, maybe to the floor if you wanted to. And then reach back through your left heel, stretching out through the leg. Maybe making sure that your right hip is in line with your left hip. Pulling it back into place if you need to. Take 1 more breath. Go ahead and step the foot up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Right foot steps back. Find your lunge. Shoulders are out of your ears. Pull up and in through your waistline. Right fingertips to the mat. Pull your hips to level. Left hand lifts up. Let the weight be in your legs, not in your hands, not in your fingers. You should ideally be able to lift that bottom hand up fairly easy. Keep stretching open your chest here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Think about lengthening through the back of your neck again. Keep breathing. Exhale, let that hand float down. Inhale, pull the hips back, straighten through your front leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And from here, find those hips, level them up. Drop your right knee down a hair. If you want to bring it all the way to the mat, you can for a deeper stretch. Reach back to that back heel if you didn't bring it all the way down to the mat. Take another breath here. And then let's go ahead and step that back foot up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, reach up. Be tall. Breathe in. Sweep those arms back. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step back to a plank. Tall arms. Push the mat away. Take your right foot, cross it over your left. Uncross. Cross your left over your right. Uncross. 1 more time each side, right over left. Pull the waistline in, left over right. Uncross. Pull your chest a little closer to your biceps, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Drop the knees, kneeling plank. Exhale, child's pose. Stretch through the arms. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, kneeling plank, chaturanga, lower all the way down to the ground. Bring your feet together to touch, push into the tops of your feet. Your palms are underneath your shoulders. Pull the shoulders back and pull the shoulders away from you by reaching your elbows toward the back of your mat. So they're not going to really move all that much. You're just going to isometrically pull them that way. And we're going to lift and lower our chest 3 times here. Look at the mat. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Stretch your fingertips out wide. Letter T, stretch from fingertip to fingertip if you have the space, and open up through your shoulder blades and your upper back. And then we're going to bend our elbows, find cactus arms. Our forearms and our hands are floating off the mat. We're pushing down to the hips. We're pushing down into the tops of the feet. Isometrically pull the elbows toward the back of the mat, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Next, inhale, stretch the arms out in front of you. Turn your palms up. Lift your toes or lift your feet up off the mat. Stretch back through your toes, forward through your fingers. Take a breath in and out. Bring the elbows back underneath you, or the palms back underneath your shoulders. Stretch the arms back out, letter T. We're going to do a little bit of cattail here. Look down at the mat. You're going to raise your right leg up just a bit. You're going to cross your right leg over the left. Bring the ball of your foot down on the other side of your left leg, and you feel a nice stretch over in that left shoulder. Breath in, or the left pec. And then if you'd like to point your knee up a little bit more toward the ceiling and deepen the twist here, you can. Keep breathing. Go ahead and roll. Bring the leg back over, roll back onto the belly. Keep your gaze down at the mat. Left foot lifts up, left leg lifts up. We bend the left knee and take the ball of the left foot over to the other side of the right leg. Keep breathing. And then roll the belly back and down. Bring the hands back underneath your shoulders. You're going to turn the toes down and under. Push the mat away, come back to a kneeling plank. Turn the toes down and under, come back to a plank. Pull back to downward facing dog. Soften the knees, stretch back through the tailbone. Inhale, lift up the heels, waistline up and in, come into a plank. Raise the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Knee to chest. Inhale long. Knee to right bicep. Inhale long. Knee to left bicep. Inhale, go long. Exhale, drop the foot. Inhale, raise the heels. Plank, shoulders over the wrist. Push the mat away, get taller, get longer. Left leg lifts up, 3-legged dog. Knee to chest. Inhale long. Knee to bicep. Inhale long. Knee to other bicep. Inhale long. Drop the foot. Soften the knee, stretch back through the tailbone, step the feet up. Fold, halfway lift, fold. Left foot steps back. Find your crescent lunge feet. Left hand down, right hand lifts. And from here, we're going to start reaching those right fingertips back behind us. Engage your feet here. Push into your feet. Soften your left knee. Reach back through the heel. Fingertips are reaching back behind us. And when we swing the right fingertips to the front, we're going to lift up into crescent lunge. Land down strong. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Let's bend the elbows, bring them to shoulder height. Pull the elbows softly back. Lift up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your elbows back toward one another. Inhale, stretch up the arms. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, sweep them up. Fingertips gonna come to the mat. We're gonna find a standing split. Left leg lifts. Soften your right knee. Head, neck, and shoulders relax down. Turn your big toe down toward the ground. Close that hip off. Keep that knee soft. Now pull your belly button and think about lifting some of the weight up off your right hip. And see if you can't get your nose just a little closer to your knee. Go ahead and drop the left foot. Fold, halfway lift, fold. Inhale, reach up, be tall, breath in. Exhale, fold down. Fingertips to the mat, left foot down, right foot steps back. Make sure the legs are strong here, that you're pushing into the feet, that you're squeezing through your inner thighs, right fingertips down, left arm lifts up. Open through your heart and your chest, breathe in and out. In. Maybe dip the back knee, reach that back here, really engage the legs. And we're gonna start taking those left fingertips back behind us. We're gonna reach them back and then reach them toward the front. And as they come up, we reach both arms up. Land down strong into the legs. Squeeze through your inner thighs, pull in through your waistline, stretch up through your pinkies, pull back through your thumbs. Bend the elbows. Pull the elbows slightly back and down. Bring the elbows back toward one another. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fingers to the floor. Hop that back foot up, find a standing split. Turn your big toe down to the ground. Keep your left knee soft, head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. Think about lifting some of your weight up off your left hip, getting your nose a little closer to your knee. Think about the space where your neck and shoulders meet. See if you can soften that space. Let the head gently hang. And then bring your back foot down. Fold, halfway lift, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale to a mountain. Find yourself with your feet a little closer than hip distance here. Push through the feet, pull down through the bum, lift through the top of the head, lengthen through the back of your neck. We're gonna sit back into a chair. Pick the arms up, palms face. Now make sure your shoulders aren't pulled ahead of you. Pull your shoulders back and down. Tall torso, you want your spine to be nice and tall. Land down into the feet. Lift the toes. Push down through the big toe and then push down each toe all the way out to the pinky. Push down into the ball of the foot, push into the heel of the foot. Bring more weight back to the heel. Now pull your belly button and get a little bit taller to your torso. Tuck the chin ever so slightly, lift through the top of the head. We're gonna twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Don't let one knee pop out in front of the other. Try to keep your knees nice and level. Inhale, find your way back to center. We're gonna twist to the other side. Keep squeezing through your waistline. You feel like you're doing a little bit of work here. Pull the belly button in towards your side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Lift your heels. Drop your heels. Bring the arms up. Breathe in. 2 more. Exhale, sweep back. Lift the heels. Drop the heels. Bring up the arms. Sweep back. Lift the heels. Drop the heels. Stand all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Bring your thumbs right to your breastbone. Take a breath in and out. Now the energy's pumping through you. Repeat to yourself, I am worthy. Inhale, sweep back up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale long. Knee to right bicep. Inhale long. We're going to kick the right foot over to the right, coming into rock star. So we're going to drop the left foot over to the big toe side and raise up the arm. If you want to lift that leg that you just kicked through, you can lift the leg. If not, you don't have to. Think about opening up through your heart and chest. Breath in and out. Exhale, hand down. Foot goes back into the air, 3-legged dog. And we're going to bend the knee here. Take our right heel a little closer to our left bum cheek, opening up that hip a bit more. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and let that right leg land. Soften the knee, stretch back through the tailbone. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to chest, arch the back. Inhale long. Knee to left bicep. Inhale long. Knee over to the right, kick the foot through. Drop over to the big toe side of your right foot. And if you bring the bottom of your foot, of your right foot down to the ground, you should be able to lift up that left leg if you want to. You don't even have to lift the arm if it's too much for today. Make sure you feel good with it. Breathe in and out. Float down when you're ready to float that hand down. You guys look fantastic. And then when you're ready, go ahead and kick that leg back up. Bend at the knee. Bring your heel a little closer to your opposite bum cheek. Open up through your hip. Keep breathing. And then bring that foot down. Bring your knees down nice and wide. Settle back into a wide knee child's pose. Hips come back toward the heels. Now keep inching your fingertips forward on your mat so that maybe your forearms lift up off the mat just a hair. Feel that nice stretch in your upper back and in your shoulders. And maybe here you think, I am worthy of rest. Breathe into the rib cage. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the chest. One more nice deep breath here. Next, inhale. We're going to come up onto our forearms. We're going to bring the knees back so they're underneath our hips. We're going to bring our fingers together, our hands together in prayer. I don't recommend interlacing our fingers. We tend to squeeze our hands too much tight. Or you can keep your hands flat on your mat. That doesn't feel good to my elbows, so I'll bring mine in prayer. We're going to lift up our knees. We're going to do 3 dolphins. Walk your feet just a few inches closer to your elbows. So you're going to walk them up until you can feel that weight in your shoulders. And then you're going to take an inhale and bring your nose towards your fingertips. And as you exhale, pull your belly button in and come back. Inhale, nose toward the fingers. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, nose toward the fingers. Exhale, pull back. Last one, nose toward the fingers. Exhale, pull back. And from here, we're going to drop the knees. We're going to bring the hands underneath us. We're going to come into a tabletop. We're going to let our right foot come off to the side. We're going to send our left foot long. Big toe side of the foot down to the mat. We're going to do kneeling side planks. Raise up the left hand. Open up through your heart and your chest here. Think about really stretching open through the heart and the chest. Take a breath. And we're going to lift and lower that leg that's down on the floor. We're going to do that 3 times. So just inhale, flex your toes towards your knee, lift your bottom leg. Exhale, let it lower. Keep the hand pointed toward the ceiling. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Inhale and lift. Take the top arm over the head. Reach and stretch from your fingertips through to your heel. And now 3 elbows to the knee if you want them. 1. Exhale, 2. And 3. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, hand down, knee down. We go ahead and do it on the other side. So come to your left fingertips. Take your left foot off the mat. Take your right leg long, big toe side of the foot down to the mat. Raise up the arm. Stretch your fingertips up. Think about opening up this whole space of your heart and your chest. Flex your toes towards your knee. Lift and lower that bottom leg or that top leg. 1, 2, and 3. This time we're going to lift and we're going to take the top arm over the head. Again, rolling that chest open, stretching from fingertip to heel. Exhale, elbow to knee if you want it. Inhale, go long. Elbow to knee. Inhale, long. Elbow to knee. Inhale, go long. Hand down, knee down. Widen the knees, come back to that child's pose. Let yourself settle down. Do whatever's most comfortable for you for child's pose. Take another breath. If you would like to do puppy's pose instead, we are going to do that toward the end, but if you'd like to do it here, you can as well. Take another nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Prepare yourself, take a breath in, and as you exhale, find yourself back in your down dog shape. Let the heels be lifted, soften the knees, stretch back through your tailbone. Keep pulling the tailbone toward where the wall and the ceiling meet. Get a nice stretch in your hammies here. Now pull the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe just let the head hang down and bring your chest a little closer to your thighs. Take one more breath. We're going to look up to the hands. We're going to step our feet up. We're going to step our left foot back. We're going to find ourselves in a lunge. Land down nice and strong. Left hand down, right hand lifts, open up. Exhale, right fingertips down. Inhale, both arms up. Land down into the legs. Bring the hands in prayer down to the belly button. We're going to twist. We're going to take our left elbow to the other side of our right thigh. If you want to just do the open twist, you can, but you can do elbow to knee here if you'd like. Take a few breaths. Maybe let the hips dip down a bit more. Now, if you'd like to step your foot up and come into a twisted chair, you can step your back foot up and sit down into twisted chair. And if you stepped up, now you have to step it back. Undo your twist, fingers down to the ground. Step up your back foot. Fold, halfway lift. Get a nice good stretch through your spine. You're tucking the chin slightly to the chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Pull your tailbone toward the back of the mat. Pull your tailbone toward the back of the mat. Pull your belly button up and then lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Left foot down, right foot comes back. Land down into your lunge. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Open up. Exhale, float the hand down. Land down strong to the legs. Pull in through the waistline. Raise up the arms. Soften that back knee. Reach to that back heel. Hands come down into prayer. Lift up a little taller. Elbow to knee if you'd like to do elbow to knee. Find your breath. Shoulders out of your ears, long through the back of the neck. If this is not a comfortable twist for you, you can always come up and do a tall twist. So if you feel like you're kind of really squishing yourself to do elbow to knee, do a tall twist. Just pull the waistline in and see how far over you can get your belly button. Keep breathing. If you want to step the back foot up for a twisted chair, step that back foot up. Sit that bum a little bit lower. Some of you have bums that are really high. Your head ideally is higher than your bum. So bend your knees enough so that your head is higher than your bum. And then if you've stepped up, step it back. Breath in and out. Undo. Hands come down. Step up the back foot. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Walk your right foot over. Drop your left knee down. We're going to come into lizard. Left knee is down on the floor. Right foot is walked over closer to the right side of the mat. The hands are down. We're going to let that right knee fall open a little bit here. Keep thinking about length. Tailbone through top of the head here. Chin tucking slightly to the chest. And if you feel okay and you want to lower down a little closer to the floor, you can. If your knees falling open and your foot's lifted up off the mat, before you come down to your hands and knees, make sure it's going to be comfortable with your knee that far over. So maybe kind of play around with it and lower yourself slowly or use a block. Are you still feeling your breath? Are you still breathing here? Opening into that hip. And then wherever you're at, bring your foot down, bring your hands back up tall. And we're going to go ahead and lift up off that left knee. Hands frame the right foot. Step your back foot up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Right foot steps back. Walk your left foot over. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. Drop your right knee. Let your left knee fall open. Maybe the sole of your foot lifts up off the mat. Get tall here for a moment. Let yourself be tall before you fall into it if you're going to lay down. Take a breath or two. And then you can come down to your forearms or come down however low you'd like here. Breathing into the space of your hip. Think about moving the breath as you inhale from the bottom of your tailbone to the top of your head, and as you exhale from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone. And then wherever you're at, let your knee come back up, bring your foot back down. Bring the foot back a little over so you can frame the foot with your hands. Lift up the back knee, step that back foot forward. Fold, halfway lift, fold, inhale, be tall. Exhale, fold down. Step the feet back. We're going to go ahead and find a plank. Reach back through your heels, long through the top of the head. We're going to do wild thing from plank. So if you're comfortable with that, you're going to take your left leg up. You're going to bend your left knee, and then you're going to bring the ball of your left foot over the right and raise up the arm, opening through the heart and chest again. Breath in and out. And when you're ready, squeeze the belly, squeeze the bum, float back down, come back over. Same thing, other side. Find your length first, find your long spine, and then raise the right heel up. Bend the right knee, bring the ball of the right foot over the leg, and open up the arm. Breathe in, out, in, out. Let that hand float back down, come back over. Pull back to down dog. And now decide here if you want to do another one of these in plank or if you'd want to do one from down dog. You decide how high off the ground you want to be when you do this. I like the planks, but if y'all want to get a little more wild, go right ahead. And then once you have found your way back to your down dog, do take your time, do not rush. Do all the things. Take all the breaths. Whee! A little openness, a little freedom. From here, find your way back to your down dog. And from down dog, we're going to stretch our sides again. This time we're going to step both our feet over to the right side of our mat, bringing your feet together to touch. Bend your knees. They're going to point in toward the middle of your mat. And then you're going to let your hips lean over to the right, pushing a little bit more into that left hand, really stretching open that side. And then step the feet over to the left. Feet come together to touch. Bend through the knees. Let the hips drop over to the left. Push a little bit more into your right hand, really stretching to that right side. Bring the feet back to center. Drop your knees. We're going to come over to a seat. We're going to do a little core and a little balance down here on our seats. We're going to take our peace fingers and we're going to grab our big toes. We're going to do a V-sit here. So pull those heels in just a little bit closer to you. Think about, again, tallness. Tucking the chin slightly to the chest, lifting up through the top of the head. Lean back just a hair. Get your heels off the floor. If the heels come off, maybe lift up one leg, maybe lift them up both. If you can only get one leg, only do one. If the knees have to have a little bend, let them have a little bend. But think about being tall. Worst that can happen is you'll roll back behind you. Now pull your belly button and get a little bit taller. Keep your breath going. And then exhale, let the feet come down. Soles of the feet come together. We're going to lean gently forward. You don't have to pull them any closer than they already landed, just like this. Stretching through the inner groin. Take a breath. Inhale, come back up. We're going to do just a little bit of boat. We're going to squeeze our thighs together. Bring our heels down. You can hold on to the back of your thighs. Again, think about tallness. Keep your heart lifting toward the sky. Fingertips behind the thighs. Let's raise up one leg and let it come down. Raise up the other leg. Let it come down. Raise up both legs. Maybe let go. And then little kicks. Down one leg, up the other leg. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Lower the heel, lift the heel. Lower the heel, lift. Last one, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Heels come down. Feet come together, lift up tall. Exhale, lean down toward the feet. And the feet might be even a little further away this time, and that's fine. Keep finding your breath. Keep softening through your face. Keep your neck and your shoulders soft. Find the space where your neck and shoulders meet. Take a breath into that space and see if you can get it to relax a bit more. And then inhale, come on back up. We're going to widen the feet out to the edges of the mat. We're going to grab our elbows. The elbows are going to be at shoulder height. And actually, no, you guys are this is my advance. So we're going to take our fingertips behind our head. Just your fingertips. Your thumbs come down behind the ears. Pull the elbows back. And as we come to one side, think about pulling your bum cheeks back. So knees drop over. Inhale and they lift. Exhale, they come over. When we exhale and they come over, we're going to pull that left bum cheek behind us. Inhale to center. And we're going to pull our right bum cheek back. So think about pulling the bum cheeks back as the knees come down. Keeping those elbows wide, keeping that heart lifted. If this is a little too much, you can grab onto your elbows instead and keep your elbows at the height of your shoulders. Last time to each side. And then come back up with the knees. And we're going to go ahead and allow ourselves to lay all the way back and down. When you get down here, bring your knees up and into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze in, a gentle rocking from side to side. Hands to the top of the thighs. Let's draw just some little tiny circles here so you can feel your tailbone getting a massage. And then back around in the opposite direction. Knees come back in for a really nice squeeze. And then from here, we're going to bring our feet down flat. Our arms are going to come down along either side of us. 1 or 2 pelvic tilts. So make sure you're pulling the low back down to the ground by pulling the belly button up and in. And then let the low back lift up. Low back down. Low back up. Low back comes down to the ground. We're going to come into bridge pose. Make sure your heels are close enough to your bum cheeks. If your fingers were a few inches longer, you could touch them. And then go ahead and lift through your hips, lift through the tops of your thighs, lift through the center of your chest. Keep reaching up. Pushing into the feet like you want to push your feet toward the bottom of the mat. Get a little bit taller, get a little more lift. Breath in and out. And then exhale, come on down. Nice and slow. From here, if anybody, well, we're not going to have time. You're going to take your arms out to either side of you. We're going to do one last twist. Bring your feet, they don't have to touch, but bring them closer rather than further apart. Let your knees drop over to the left-hand side. Bend your right elbow so that your right fingertips are pointing up toward the right corner of your mat. And then take your left fingertips, bring them to the top of your right rib cage. And take 3 breaths into your rib cage. And then release your fingertips. Bring your knees back up. Take your arms back out like the letter T. Let the knees drop over to the right-hand side. Bend your left elbow so your fingertips are pointing up to the left corner of your mat. Take your right fingertips to your top rib cage. 3 breaths here. Release the rib cage. Let the arm come back out. Bring your knees back up to center. Bring your low back down to the ground. You may need to adjust your hips so your hips come back to center. Stretch your arms over your head. Thumbs point down. Reach through your fingertips. And then let's go ahead and extend one leg at a time. Reach through your left heel, stretching that whole side out. Bend your left knee. Stretch through your right heel, extending that whole side nice and long. And then let both legs go long. We're going to cross our right leg over our left. We're going to grab our right hand with our left wrist. And we're going to pull our right hand over to the left side. And we're going to reach our right leg over to the left side. So we're making a very long C shape and really stretching that side. And then inhale, let yourself come back to center. Uncross the foot. Cross your left leg over your right. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your left hand over to the right. Reach your left leg over to the right. And then find your way back to center. Decide what shape you would like to be in for your Savasana. So knees can be bent, legs can be straight. I encourage you, if your legs are straight, to widen your feet out so the feet fall gently open to the sides. Start checking in with your body. Are your shoulders equally distanced from your ears? Are your arms equally distanced from the midline of your body? Are your legs equally distanced from the midline of your body? Feel the parts of you that are supported by the earth. You are worthy of support. The back of your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, the back of your hands, your upper back, your middle back, your hips, the back of your legs, the back of your heels, or the bottom of your feet. Feel the support beneath you. Now allow yourself to drop back into the rhythm of your breath. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of happiness. How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. You are at home in your body, aware of your breath. Breathe your awareness down to your fingers and toes, and maybe stretch your fingers and toes toward the bottom of your mat. If rolling onto your side sounds like a good idea, you're welcome to roll onto your side. Breathe in any sense of peace or calm you have here. Note the quality of your breath here. And when you feel ready, find your way to a seat. We bring our palms together. We touch our minds and our hearts. And together we say, Namaste.